Okay, so everybody asks about the prom dress, so I'm gonna give you a story time about the prom dress. Okay, one, to even book with her, you need a consultation. A consultation is $100. You have to put a $50 deposit down for it, and then when you get there, you gotta pay her the extra $50. So that means like whatever y'all discuss about this, like let's say whatever y'all discuss, you don't like the prom dress, you still have to pay her that $50. You still gotta pay her $100 for the consultation. Okay, so boom. Okay, so this is the prom dress that I wanted. It was gonna be like emerald green though. So keep in mind, this is how the dress is supposed to look. Okay, with that being the prom dress, we discussed fabric, colors, all that. And she told me the price $2,500. I was like, okay, but the deposit is $1,500 within the 7 days after the consultation fee. And also during the consultation, if you do decide to get the dress, you gotta sign this contract. So this is the like mock-up sketch she did, like of the dress, and it do match the dress. And within the contract, like she put like the payment terms and if you want to rush order. Mind you, it says I don't want to rush order. And at the bottom it's a social media conduct thing where basically saying I can't defame her on social media. And that's a big part of this whole situation. Keep in mind that I am 18 at this point, so this contract is valid because I need a parent to sign it because I was 18. Also, within the contract, it says I require 2 fittings at her shop. Keep that in mind too. Also in the contract, it says both parties agree to make a good faith effort to resolve disputes amicably before pursuing legal action. Keep that in mind also. Now, for the refunds in the contract, it literally says exceptions may be made at the sole discretion at the designer in case of extraordinary circumstances. Boom. Okay, as you can see, I had sent her payments the March 17th. And after I had March 20th, she had said she got the payment. She had sent me an invoice, everything. So then March 20th, I asked her to discuss fittings. She asked me when's their prom date. I say May 2nd. She said we're gonna look to the dates. Boom. Didn't get a reply back. So mind you, April 1st, I texted her, hey, did you get the dates? She had said my fabric had just came in, so we were gonna look at the dates. But then I texted her again, April 3rd, did you get the bidding dates? No reply back. Text her April 8th. Question mark. She said, give her a moment, it's just a lot. Okay, and I get that, it's a lot. Prom season is a lot. So I gave her a grace. Texted her again at April 15th. Did you figure out the dates? She told me herself, come in April 23rd at 6 p.m. I agreed to come, and then just 4 hours before, she canceled the appointment. No reason behind it, just say, hey, we need to cancel. Why? Okay, I couldn't get the frame enough, so I'm just going to say what I said. I said I haven't had at least one fitting when I was guaranteed 2 of them. I have been real patient, but my promise next Friday, I already called off work for this. She then said, you're still going to have 2 fittings, love. It will be the first week of May and the second week right before prom. Mind you, it's April 23rd. It is the week before prom. And May 2nd, that's the first week of May. So I'm like, maybe she had my prom dates confused. So then my mother, she texted her and called her. I don't have the messages. They on Facebook though. So then she put us, me and my mother, in a group chat. And as you can see, this group chat got very intense and very long. Now, here comes a random assistant named Becca. Now, we already know about her first assistant, Tootie, because Tootie was texting my phone also telling me she had my payments. So we already know about Tootie. We've seen Tootie before. Becca, this is new. I've never heard about Becca, never seen Becca. So she just out of the blue came. Basically, to sum up this long message, she says they gave me an option for the 28th and 29th as a reschedule. Nobody gave me a reschedule at all. Okay, this is the message they sent us. It's a long message, so pause to read that. But I'm going to sum it up. Basically asking if we wanted to cancel, we got to submit a canceling form, and then if we still wanted to continue with the dress, we can't do the 28th no more because it's filled in, so I have to come in the 29th. Keep in mind, the 28th, in the contract, it says when my dress is due. Before this whole little group chat, my mother asked her to send her a picture of the dress. She said, if you send us a picture, we'll leave you alone, we'll let you do what you gotta do. She said, I cannot do that. So that led us to believe she didn't have the dress. Mind you, we booked in March 10th. This is April 23rd here. Okay, so we went back and forth by the 28th, 29th, 28th, 29th. So I just said, fuck it. We're going to do the 29th. We'll see the 29th. Boom, there was a post made. My mother did. Mind you, my mother did not sign a contract with her. I did. So she cannot say that my mother can't say nothing on social media because my mother didn't do a contract with her. I did. Everybody had assumed it was Kimberly. My mom didn't say names. People knew it was Kimberly. No one said her name. Boom, another girl who got her prom dress from her before had basically said like, oh, Kimberly the best in the city, all in the third. My friend wanted her post and told her about my situation. I commented under her post and said, literally promise next week and I don't have a dress. Mind you, Kimberly was under that post that I commented under, so I'm pretty sure she's seen that comment. Y'all, then in the group chat, she told my mother needs to send her a written apology on Facebook, adding highlights and followers. My mother tells her hell no, which she should, because she doesn't need to do apology. You're a grown-ass woman. Grow up. So I resend my prom dress. The picture I show, I resend the prom dress. I said, just to make sure we are all on the same playing level. Then she acts confused about the dress, she never seen that dress before. Like, she just acting so confused about, like, she was actually said that we had already sent a consultation. So that was really let us know that she never started this dress. Boom. Okay, a few days before the fitting that we were scheduled to meet on the 29th, she texted me. She sent me screenshots of the post that I commented under. Now, she asks me, is this me talking and me being tagged? Mind you, that's my first and last name, so clearly it's me. And second, my mother has the same initials. The second being tagged is not me, that's my mother, Alicia Wright. But boom, I didn't respond. Because it's like, what does it matter? Like, you know it's me. Why do I respond to that? Like, I didn't defame you. Like, it was true. I promised next week, and I don't have a dress. So then a couple days later, Becca texted me and said, hey, are we still on for the fitting on the 29th? I then text back, because mind you, I have been ignoring her about the whole screenshot of the comment. This is really crazy. So this is Kimberly right here. She said, since I ignore her about the post, we have to meet at a separate time about the post. Mind you, we were already meeting today about the fitting. So as I said, we're meeting today at noon. We can talk about it at noon. So what she tried to do was make me cancel. So she said, no, we have to come to an agreement at Starbucks at Miller Parkway, which is far from me. So I said, no. Mind you, we're already meeting today at noon. Why would we need to meet somewhere else at an earlier time when we're already meeting at noon? That would make sense. Mind you, I have school. So I told her, no, that's not going to happen. So I give her another place at this hotel. We meet there. So mind you, the fitting in the contract, the fitting said I'm supposed to meet at her shop, not the Marriott. So we had to do the fitting at the Marriott, but mind you, we didn't do the fitting. She came in with a whole different contract. This is the new contract she came in. When we're supposed to have a fitting, she wanted to talk about Facebook and social media. During this, I deleted that comment that you had already seen. I deleted the comment. She wanted me to have my mother sign a contract too. Mind you, I'm 18. My mother does not need to sign a contract, so that is dumb. And then at the bottom, it literally says, for me to get my address, me and my mother both have to sign the contract and delete every post we have made. Mind you, so when she first walked into the Marriott, her assistant Tootie came from the left, she came from the right. She didn't think we seen that. So when I told her I wasn't signing the contract, first of all, when we actually see the dress before we signed the contract, she wouldn't see the dress. That's because she didn't have the dress ready. All she had was the corset that she said. Mind you, she would let me see the dress. I don't know what she had. Her and her assistant Tootie both drove out in the car, but mind you, she not thinking we seen her come in her car. So we waited outside until she came back to come get her car, which she did like 5 minutes later. Okay, you see all this? She called the police. Okay, boom, she called the police because she wanted to stay in Tootie's car, but we was waiting outside for her, so she called the police. So the police had basically said it was a civil matter, but he also did say I have a case on my head and I can win my case. So she sends me this, after the whole situation, she sent me this long message basically saying she's not doing my dress no more. She's canceling everything. No refunds, no nothing. So we're suing her. I summed it up the best I can, y'all, because this is a whole lot. But, like, that's most of what happened about the dress. So she's more mad about me saying on Facebook that I didn't have a dress than actually doing my dress. Like, had she took the time and stopped arguing with me to do my dress, she would have had the dress done. But she don't have the dress done. So she thinks she's just going to keep $1,500 out of me and not give me no money back. So we're suing her.
Hey, guys. So I just fell for an ad. And I think it was a scam because it pops up and it's like Macy's Black Friday sale, or not Black Friday, whatever, New Year's sale, 80% off. So I go, ooh, and I click on it because they're showing $20 Uggs, right? For 18.88, 18 and 88 cents. So I buy 3. I buy 3 pairs of Uggs. I'm like, that's crazy. These are like $100-something for $20. Yes, please. I bought 2 for myself. I bought 1 for my mom. I go, I check out, I put in all my payment. I look the web page. It wasn't Macy's. And the worst part is I put in my debit card information, not the credit card, so I can't be like, help me, save me. Nope. If they want to drain all my money, they can. And what makes it all so worse, the cherry on top, is that I know this makes me old now. Like I've fallen for a scam. That's how old I am.
Hey y'all. I know this is my first time making a video and talking to y'all, which this is a transparency moment. I didn't want to make this video, but my daughter thought it was a good idea to do a PSA and let people from Houston know what I just went through. I got scammed out of $4,000 within 3 hours. I was at work yesterday. I received a message. It went to voicemail, and they left a voicemail on my phone. I looked at my phone, and cause you know how you can see, you can read the message that's being left. You can actually read it. You know, y'all know that already. So I'm reading Harris County, my name, emergency, call ASAP. So I actually listened to the voicemail, and I might play that if y'all want to hear it. I listened to the voicemail. It was a black guy saying he was from Harris County, Constable, Precinct 4, and that he was looking for me. And so I called the number back. First thing, I kind of panicked because I heard Harris County. Like, if you know, you know. So I called the number back. The guy answered the phone. He said, yes, this is Sheriff Deputy, whatever his name is, Harris County Precinct 4. Are you, my name, gave me all of my information and provided an old address that I had maybe 2 years prior. He said that a federal jury summons went to that address in November of 2025, and it was signed, and it came back to their office, and I was supposed to appear in federal court April 1st. And yesterday, it was April 10th. So I had already had a warrant put out for my arrest and for failure to appear in contempt of court. And I will be apprehended immediately. Mind you, yes, I know about scams. Yes, I've been scammed before. Yes, I can peep game. No, I'm not retarded. I'm not illiterate. I read people. I know shit. I tell my mama about this. We have all been through this. But they played on my emotion. And really, that's what this video is about. Your emotions. I acted quick. I was paranoid because I didn't want to go to jail. I didn't want them to come to my job. I didn't want them to be at my house. I don't do the police. So he told me at that time to leave where I was and head to the Harris County substation on Halsworth Spring, Houston. At this time, my mind's just going. All I was thinking about was how to get this taken care of, dismissed, and over with. Because I ain't signed no damn paper. I haven't lived in that property in 2 years. So he tells me that I had a failure to appear in a contempt of court. Each of those cases had a $1,000 fine. I had to pay the $1,000 fine before I arrived at the substation so that I can do signature analysis, and they can compare the signatures. They would compare the signatures, see that I didn't sign it, dismiss my charges. The judge would dismiss my charges, and I would receive my money back. And he said all of this would happen. It would take me 20-30 minutes to sign my name, verify that I didn't sign the jury summons, and once the case was dismissed, I will receive my money back. Yes, I know. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Emotion. That's what this video is about. Keep listening. So he tells me I need $1,000 for failure to appear, $1,000 for contempt of court. I asked him, how do I pay this? How do I get this? He said you need to get a voucher paid, that the Harris County Probation Office, this is how they accept their payments, and this is standard for paying fines through Harris County. I ain't been in no trouble. I don't know how to pay fines or where fines need to be paid. I don't do that. So I go to my bank. I withdrew $1,000 and another $1,000. They told me to go. They're on the phone, mind you, the whole time. I couldn't call nobody. I couldn't hang up with them. I couldn't text anybody. I couldn't put them on mute. I know. Again, emotion. I'm not trying to go to jail. I don't want these people up in my job. I got too much to lose. I'm going to just pay this and get it done. I ended up going to HEB and they sent me these barcodes. And he said that the barcodes were my cases that I needed to pay the fines. So they would send me these barcodes, and I have to give them to the people at the money center so it will go towards my case. So he sent me a total of 5 barcodes. I had to repeat to him the last numbers to make sure they matched, and I did that. $500 each barcode. 500, 500, 500, 500, 500. Then I had to repeat it because I had state charges and federal charges. So another 2,000. That's how we get to 4,000. Y'all, I'm calm. I done gave it to God. I done cried about it. I done vented about it. I've told the important people in my life about it. It's over. I can't do nothing about it. After all of my fines were paid, they told me to proceed to the substation. The address they gave me for the substation was actually a substation, Hallsworth. It was the real precinct 4 constable substation. Mind you, they're still on the phone. I'm driving. It's raining yesterday. If y'all knew it was raining bad in Houston yesterday. I'm driving in the rain. I'm panicking. I'm screaming at them really because I'm uncomfortable. I kept saying I'm uncomfortable. My emotions. I finally get to the substation. As I'm pulling in, I'm like, oh, this has been a long process. Let me get this over with. And I can get this done. At this point, I've been on an emotional roller coaster. I'm driving, panicking in the rain. I'm taking money out of my account. I'm sending it to these places, paying a fine. So I'm sitting there for about 7-8 minutes, and I'm like, because he said on the phone, once I got there to let him know I was there, I let him know I was there. And he said, okay, we're about to send an officer out to escort you in. I'm sitting there. I waited and I waited. I get up, go to the front entrance of the substation. Pull on the door. Of course, they're locked. You can't just go in there. So the number on the building, I called the number. I told dispatch, answer the phone. I told her my name, whoop de whoop. I'm here to pay a legal matter. She said, okay, we'll have somebody come out and talk to you. I go back to the car, and as I'm getting back in the car, they're calling my phone. So when they're calling my phone, I'm like, okay, I'm here. Please, let's send somebody out. Let's get this done. And as I'm talking to them, I can see out of my peripheral somebody coming to my car. So I looked to my left, and it was a lady constable coming. And I raised the window down, and my speakerphone was on my phone in the car. And she said, "Yes, ma'am, I'm Lieutenant," I can't remember her name, Precinct 4. And she grabbed the phone from me, and she said, "You are not from Precinct 4. This is a scam." I'm out of time.
Y'all, forgive me if I look a mess, but honestly, I don't even care right now. Last night, I was just scammed out of $5,230. $5,230. I saw a house on Realtor.com. I'm looking for a house to rent. I have 2 kids now. I want my own backyard to have dogs. I saw a house on Realtor.com. I reached out to so many houses. I don't even remember when I reached out to this house. Somebody texted me saying I inquired about their property. Everything looked great. Okay, cool. Missouri City, not far from where I live. All right, bet. Went out there to go see the house after work. I get there. The landlord ain't even there, which he never told me ahead of time that he wasn't going to be there. So let's not forget that. So I get there. I see that it's an open door brokerage. If nobody knows what open door brokerage, it's a platform where people can sell their property or buy property, and you don't have to physically be there or hire a physical realtor to be there to show your property and do all of that. It's like almost like how when you get an Airbnb and you got to type in the numbers and then it lets you in and unlocks the doors, or you type in a number and you get the keys out of a lockbox. That's the same way they got it set up. So you type in your numbers and it opens up the doors for you. You know what I'm saying? It unlocks the doors for you temporarily so you can get in there, you can tour the house. So we went in, we toured the house, we walked around. I'm like, oh, okay, if I couldn't get in the house, then I would feel like it's not legitimate. But because we got in the house, we did a whole tour and all of that, I'm like, gotta be legitimate. Gotta be legitimate. The second red flag. I'm gonna say the second red flag. The second red flag was that when you get to the house, it was a sign in the yard that said, it was a sign on the door that said, "This house is not for rent, it's for sale." So I'm like, okay, it says it's not for rent, it's for sale. He said, "I've been trying to sell my house for a while, and I've been having problems with selling it. It's been on the market for almost a year, so I decided to take it off the market and just fill it and rent it and get a tenant, fill it with a tenant." Okay, that makes sense. I got a neighbor where I live at now where he was trying to sell his house. He couldn't sell it, so he had to try to, you know what I'm saying? He put it on the market to be rented. And now he has tenants that live in his house right across this way. So I know that's possible. So I'm like, okay, all right. It's not for sale. You're going to take it off the market. Okay, cool. But we in the house. Like, I genuinely felt like if I'm able to get inside this house and tour this house, it's legitimate. Because most of the time, they bullshit you. And they bullshit you by getting you to, like, basically saying, like, oh, you get there, oh, we can't view inside the house, I have tenants. Or, oh, they'll give up an excuse where this is like, oh, okay, you got an actual open door brokerage account, and you're doing tours, and you're doing this, and you're doing that. The nigga made it seem so real. He made it seem real. So as we in the house, after we tore the house, we're still standing in there. I'm on the phone with the man the whole time as I'm touring the house. We tore the house. He says, oh yeah, I'm like, well, I'm ready. Because I'm ready to move. My rush was because I wanted to move before my son's birthday. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be moved in before my son's birthday. My son's birthday is March 7th. So that was where my rushing was coming in. I was moving fast. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, if it's available, I'm going to do this application. If I get approved, how long does it take for you to get back to me? He said 30 minutes. I've had one place that allowed me, that I applied to, and they approved me literally within 30 minutes. One place before. So I'm like, okay, maybe you just do like a little basic generic background check or whatever. I don't got nothing on my background, so I'm not worried about it. You're approved. 30 minutes later, tells me I'm approved. Then says, oh, I got to pay security deposit and first and last month's rent. All right. On the thing, you told me first first month's rent and a security deposit. Now you're saying first last month's rent and security deposit. But once again, this is all terminology that's normally used. First last month's rent, security deposit. We all done heard that before when it come to renting, right? So I pay that money. I'm sitting outside because he told me, I said, well, how soon can I get my keys? Before I even pay. He said, oh, the keys are in the lockbox at the front door. So once you pay, I can release it. We got a contract lease signed. You sign your lease, which I ended up doing. He sent the whole lease to me and I signed the lease and sent the shit back. Like a goofy. I sent it back. So then it was like, okay, once you do that, you pay your security deposit, your first month's rent. We'll release the lockbox and you'll be able to get your keys. And this is where things started to go downhill. Right here at this moment. This is where my gut and my heart started burning. My chest started burning, my heart, my gut. And I'm just like, bitch, I think you just got got. I think you just got got. I think you just got got. Oh, and let's not forget, after I sent the first last month's rent and security deposit, he then told me that it was a $1,180 HOA fee. He said that covers a 12 months lease. He doesn't want people paying it monthly because he doesn't want it to fall behind. So he's making people pay their 12-month HOA fees all added up, which came up to $1,180. And yes, before you judge me, yes, I sent it. We listen and we don't judge. I sent it. I sent the $1,180. Y'all, I don't never be quick to just pass out money like that. I'm tight with it. Because I'm a Capricorn. I'm about my money. I make my money. And I hold on to my money. But it's just like, we inside of this house right now. This could be ours. My daughter in here picking out a room. I'm here looking at the backyard, telling me what I'm going to do with the house and all this other stuff. Too good to be true. Too good to be true, because I sent that money, and once I sent that money, then all the excuses started to come in. Then it was the excuse on why the lockbox wasn't working. Then, I gotta release this person, I gotta do that. I ended up sitting up at that house for 3.5, almost 4 hours with my kids just to leave with no key. Sat there and thought about breaking in that house. I'm like, I done gave this man all this money. I'm finna kick this door in and stay here until the wheels fall off, because y'all not finna play with me. But that's the thing. That's not his property. That's somebody else's property. And somebody else is going to take a loss from that. And I really don't believe in putting out bad, regardless of how justified you feel, because that always got to come back. You know what I'm saying? I try to do right by people. You know what I'm saying? So this is crazy that this is getting done to me. This is getting done to me. And the most craziest thing about it, I'm thinking because the man is a lenient landlord, which is probably why he take Chime, he take Cash App, he take Apple Pay. You know? No, the nigga scamming. I paid him on Cash App, y'all. I sent the money on Cash App. I actually had a homegirl back in Minnesota that used to pay her landlord on Cash App every month. And she was living in the house for 2 years. So it's like, it's not usual, not typical, but I didn't think that was like, okay, that's what told it off for me. I didn't think that. So I sent it. Now I gotta call Cash App in an hour or two. I gotta talk to them about this whole situation. And everybody that know Cash App don't like giving people their money back. But I got all the receipts. And I'm gonna post them on here. I got all the receipts. Y'all, I've cried. Since last night, all the way to this morning. Because it's not about the money. It's not about whether I can make it back or not. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about the principle. You took from me. You took from my kids. You know what I'm saying? You took from my family. You feel what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to get a better hustle out here. I get it. You just ate up on $5,000 off of somebody with 2 children. Okay, cool. If that make you feel better, cool. But God don't like ugly. And I stay a blessed person. Yeah, life happens. It may not seem like right now, because I'm sick. I'm sick. I don't care how much I hustle, how much I make, how much I do. Baby, $5,000, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, mamas. I'm not a millionaire. I don't want to take no $5,000 losses, okay? Like, at all. But I'm here now. So now I got to call, do this, do that, fraud, this, try to get my money back. I don't even feel like I'm going to get my shit back. But we're going to see. We're going to see. But I'm finna post another video with the pictures, the screenshots of the conversation, all the deets and the details. All the deets and the details. Because that's how you get caught up. Don't get caught up like me. Don't do it. Don't be bozo. Don't be bozo. Don't get caught up like me, because now I got to shake back. I gotta shake back. I gotta go punch it in, shake back, go do some hair, go do this, go do that, go get my money back. Because this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. I'm pissed. I could hurt somebody. Swear to God. Like, what?
Quick story time about how I got scammed out of $100,000 in Houston this weekend. So, boom. Me and my girls, we show up or whatever, and we're texting, and they had already told me, because my section, I got 4 sections for each of my friends. So it was about $5,000 each section. So boom, it comes with the bottle. So I add extra bottles. So now I'm at around 50, 60K. I got red carpet entry. That was about 30K. So I get to the front. They're saying they don't see my name, and it's going to be an additional 30,000 just to get in. So I don't want to make a scene. I mean, I'm already, whatever. So, okay, cool. 30,000, I'm not even tripping. And I already paid for my bottles, so I'm still expecting my bottles for my sections. And they said, I'm trying to figure out where the bottle girl is because she's not texting me back. I had to buy bottles. Then they made me buy the whole club. So now I'm like 100,000 and I don't even have a lease. Then that's not even counting the 200,000 that it costs. What is it called to like remodel the club? And it's like, seriously, I got to do all of that just because, you know what I mean? So anyways, a loss is a loss, but that was 200,000. And I'm back home now, but y'all do not go to these clubs in Houston. Like, a real story, real time. You heard it here first.